Every day, women face the challenge of balancing career and family. Two women who are trying to redefine what it means to succeed at that challenge are joining us this morning. Huffington Post editor-in-chief Arianna Huffington and entrepreneur and style expert Naina Singla. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Arianna, welcome back to Washington.
Thank you.
It's great to have you back. And welcome to you too, Naina.
Thank you.
Glad
Great to
have
be
you.
here.
Arianna has this new book out that everybody's talking about. It's called Thrive. It's been on the New York Times bestseller list since it came out, and we're glad to have you here to talk about it. What is it all about? What are people finding so interesting about it?
Basically, 7 years ago, I collapsed from burnout, sleep deprivation, and exhaustion. And that started me on the journey of looking around and seeing how many millions of people are burnt out and exhausted. And I thought it's time that we redefine success beyond the first two metrics of money and power, which is like trying to sit on a two-legged stool. Sooner or later, you fall off, to include the third metric, which includes our well-being, our wisdom, getting in touch with our own inner wisdom and inner strength, our sense of wonder at life, which is often so difficult to achieve when we are constantly multitasking and on our devices, and our capacity to give back. So if we include all those things together with the two metrics of success, then we truly have a life where we don't just survive and succeed, but when we thrive.
But you are at a place where you can think about this third leg of the stool. You've already gotten the money and the success and the power and everything. So can a person who's just starting out take into consideration this third leg as well?
Absolutely. I think more important than ever, because what we need is resilience. And the more you are struggling, the more, let's say, you're struggling with two jobs or trying to put food on the table, the more important it is to recognize that we have an enormous amount of strength in us and wisdom in us that so often we're not connected with. So if we can learn to disconnect from our devices enough to get a good night's sleep, I recommend beginning to get 30 minutes more sleep than you are getting now, to meditate for even 5 minutes a day, walk, move. All these things make us more effective at what we are doing.
Naina is an entrepreneur, and she has come to the same conclusion. Have you read the book?
I have. It was an excellent book.
And was it the book that made you think, hey, I need a third leg on this stool?
Well, I think this happened to me a little bit before the book, but the book really sort of brought everything together, and it really resonated.
You realized you weren't
me.
alone.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of women and men are going through this, and for me, I define success similar to the way you talk about the first two metrics, which was the money and power. I was in a successful, great job, and and thought I was happy, but something was missing for me. I was making a six-figure salary. I have a doctorate in pharmacy, and I was striving, but I think that something was definitely missing, and I think it took time for me to look inwards and figure out what is it that's missing for me. And I think it's really that third metric that you talk about, the third leg of the stool, which is the wisdom, the well-being, and the wonder, and then the giving back as well.
Well, Arianna, do you think you come to a point though sometime in your career, maybe after finding some measure of success, where you can sit back and say, okay, what am I missing?
No, I really think that the sooner we integrate that into our lives, the better. I have two daughters. One of them is graduating in a couple of weeks from college, and their generation is beginning to look at the collective delusion in which our generation has lived under, which is that you cannot succeed without burnout. And we see the casualties all around us. You see them in this town: heart attacks, high blood pressure, stress, depression. These things are not necessary. 75% of our healthcare costs are because of preventable chronic stress-related diseases. We need to take our lives back, and we need to begin to treat ourselves as well as we're treating our smartphones. You know how on your smartphone says 20% of battery remaining, 17% of battery remaining, you rush to your recharging shrine to make sure it doesn't die on you? Well, when I collapsed from exhaustion and broke my cheekbone, I obviously must have been below 0% battery remaining, but I wasn't even aware of it.
Have you been able to bring all this into your life now?
Absolutely. I mean,
she sleeps 8 hours a night.
I do. I love my sleep. Yeah. But I've redefined what success means to me. There's this whole society, understanding that it is the first, it is money and power, but this third leg of the stool is really important. And so I've redefined success, and I'm happier and, happier than ever.
And you? Happier than ever?
It just makes a huge difference when we can start our day recharged. That's why sleep is so key, and when we give back. And I think that completes our lives. That whole cycle. cycle that makes us live lives that have purpose and meaning.
Well, Arianna, we know that you're successful when you have a character on Saturday Night Live who plays Arianna Huffington. What do you think of that? You like it?
I love it. I think she does a great Arianna.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. It's so
Thank
great
you,
to
Barbara.
see you.
Great to see you.
Wonderful. And say hi to the girls. Congratulations.
I
I
will.
can't
You too,
believe
John.
your daughter is graduating from college. I remember when she was just born. Naina, great to see you
Great to
too.
see you.
And
Thank
good
you.
luck with your
Thank you.
career and your wonderful, successful career. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Come
Thank
back
you.
soon.